What I'll also tell you is that Agent Mulder has developed a consuming devotion to an unassigned project outside the Bureau mainstream. Are you familiar with the so-called X-Files?
Welcome everybody to the Dark Talk Files, episode 6. I am your host Dan, and I'm here with my FBI partner Paul. How you doing, Paul?
I'm very well, thank you, Dan. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Every time I say hello, I always lean in as if I'm going towards my mic, but it's recording over here. But I always lean into the screen like that. Yeah.
So, we are here on episode 6 to discuss X-Files episode 6, Shadows. Do you remember this one?
Of this one?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah. Very simple. Reminded me of the film Ghost, actually.
Yeah. It's pretty much a ghost story, isn't it?
Yeah, but like the actual film Ghost, because doesn't Patrick Swayze's business partner kill him in Ghost? Isn't he responsible for his murder?
Yeah, they were only supposed to rob him, but they accidentally killed him, and the ghost of Patrick Swayze wants to... Well, he's mainly trying to get the girl... I don't know, what's his fucking idea? Like, he doesn't accept that he's dead, does he? So, yeah.
But then he's trying to protect Demi Moore, is that right? Because she ends up in the conspiracy somehow.
Yeah, so about like halfway through the film, he realises that it was his best mate who was responsible for killing him, and now Demi Moore is in danger as well, so he's going to try and protect her with his ghost powers that he learns from Get Off My Train!
Oh, that fucking weird looking dude.
Yeah. So that was our review of Ghost. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Quick one. Ghost is responsible for a very big Mandela effect for me, because somebody said to me, is there a scene in Ghost where Ghost Patrick Swayze does pottery with Demi Moore? And no, there isn't a scene where that happens.
Yeah, that that doesn't happen. That might be a real Mandela effect, though, because is it in Family Guy where Peter sneaks up behind them with an ecto gun, whatever it's called, like a Ghostbusters costume, and he's gonna like take him out while he's doing the pottery thing, but like that never happens.
Yeah, I think in Family Guy he is a ghost while it's happening, but I think in the actual film, it just happens when they're alive.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is maybe one of the writers of Family Guy has remembered it incorrectly as well, and then other people see that and then remember it from that, and that's just how Mandela effects kind of work. They just roll like an avalanche. They just get out of hand, you know. People remember other people's fictitious memories rather than the real thing. Yeah,
people don't go back and fact check these things.
No, they don't. I do love a Mandela effect, though. Absolutely love them.
What's your favourite?
Right. Oh, I was going to ask you that, you bugger. What's my favourite?
Don't give me this Berenstain Bears crap, that rubbish.
Oh, no, I don't give a fuck.
Or the Fruit of the Loom one. They're just rubbish.
No, I don't give a fuck about them. I would say two that I find quite interesting, and when you're trying to explain it to someone who doesn't know what it is, these are like the easy ones to go to. So it would be the end of We Are the Champions. So I'd say, so if someone doesn't understand, I'd be like, what's the last line of We Are the Champions? So pretend you're the person. What's the last line of We Are the Champions?
Now, you want me to say of the world.
Yeah.
But
However,
I know it's not that, but is it just We Are the Champions and it ends on that?
And it goes like, bow, bow.
Yeah. Okay.
And everyone expects of the world and it just fades out.
Yeah.
But there is like the explanation is that there's like a live version of it where it says of the world and everyone remembers that one. So the other one is Smooth Criminal. You've been hit by. He doesn't say. No, he doesn't say you've been hit by. He says you've been struck by twice.
No, he says you've been hit by a smooth criminal. He doesn't say you've been struck by a smooth criminal, which is what everybody thinks it is.
No, he says you've been struck by, doesn't he? Twice.
No, I think the struck by comes from the Alien Ant Farm version of that song. Oh, I don't know. I'm questioning myself.
I'm going to get the lyrics up here. Yeah, it says you've been hit by twice. Right, so that was me fucking that up as well. So he says you've been hit by, but he never says struck, and everybody remembers it as you've been hit by, you've been struck by. Which
I remember it as you've been struck by, but I think it is the Alien Ant Farm version, because it's definitely in that version.
It is 100% in that version, but they got that from somewhere though as well. So
right.
People just misremember it all over the fucking place. And actually, one more that I'll mention before you tell me yours. The Kurt Cobain pink jumper is one that really fucks me up because do you know which one I mean?
No, which one's that?
So there was a very famous, well, Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't.
Is
Very
it the pink
famous.
cardigan and he's wearing the white sunglasses?
So yeah, like a pink fluffy jumper, and he's wearing white sunglasses, and it's like a very famous image. Everyone remembers, including myself. I could have sworn I've seen this as a poster, but if you look it up, it doesn't exist. At all. There's one of him wearing a pink cardigan, but not a big pink fluffy jumper or jacket or whatever.
Oh no! See, I've always got it in my head. It is a cardigan. Yeah, I would never have said it was a jumper. The one I'm thinking of. Let me see if it's up here.
Pink. So yeah, if you just type it into Google straight away, there's people have made images of it. I remember the pink coat thing so clearly. Like the fluffy, feathery pink one, and it just doesn't exist. It's not real. There's even like a cosplay website here that has Kurt Cobain pink jacket, Kurt Cobain fuzzy pink jacket, cosplay street.
He did have the jacket. Like he didn't have a jumper. He had like an open fronted cardigan or jacket. That's real, right? It's the jumper that doesn't exist. The pullover jumper.
I don't fucking know.
Anyway, let's. I'll tell you mine.
Go on, you tell me yours.
So my favourite Mandela effect is the fact that in the 1995 video game adaptation of Mortal Kombat, the character of Kano is played by an Australian man. But I watched it last year, and he's not. He's just a Cockney. He's not an Australian at all.
I have been saying this my whole fucking life.
I couldn't believe it.
No, like I didn't know where people got the idea from that he's an Australian. Yeah, Australians and Cockneys do have similar kind of bits in their accents and stuff, but no way. Like he's like, come on, baby. Come on, love. Yeah. Give us a break. Yeah, I can see why people got it wrong, but fucking absolutely not.
But they even retcon the video game character to being an Australian criminal. Like he started off in the first game and he was like a Japanese leader of the Black Dragon.
Guy, yeah.
And then after the film, they were like, yeah, let's make him Australian because of Trevor. Is it Trevor? What's his name? Because, really great performance.
Yeah, that's it. But it couldn't have been that because he was meant to be Cockney. But I knew that. Like, it's not that I knew it as a fact. I just knew it in my heart. You know, I knew that he was a Cockney. Ear to ear. All right, here's a question for you. When he says, I'm going to cut your ear to ear, is he saying here to here because he does the gesture, or is he saying ear to ear?
He's saying ear to ear, as in like, I gave him a big smile, ear to ear.
I gave him a big smile, yeah, but is he saying ear as in, because sometimes we don't pronounce the H in ear. Come here,
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, is he saying... It could be either, but he's definitely in that scene indicating, gesturing towards the ears, as in he nearly beheaded Sonia's partner.
He's got a move called ear to ear. So there we go. Solved. That is your solved pipe.
Well, that doesn't solve why everyone thinks that he's Australian. So
it's just because you can't. Yeah,
the similarity between the accents, I guess.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't.
There you go. There was our little 10-minute diversion. Fuck, we better get on with this episode. Yeah, so Shadows, air date 22nd of October 1993. So, cold open. We meet our main character for this episode, who is Lauren Kite, who is very upset. She's grieving the suicide, quote-unquote suicide, of her boss, Howard Graves. Lauren goes to an ATM and two men attack her and drag her away into an alleyway, kicking and screaming. We don't find out what happens after that, but we are treated to a little bit of text at the bottom. It says 2 hours later, and there are these two
hours later.
That's what it says, 2 hours later.
I know. I remember seeing it. Don't know if it needed to be... don't know if it needed to show that.
That's specific. Two teens are looking for a place to smoke weed and bang, and they discover the bodies of the attackers falling off this fire exit. I would have liked to have seen the return of Seth Green and his girlfriend as this stoner couple. That would have been a bit of a treat.
That would have been cool, but the lad out of these two is just the fucking worst. He's so bad. Oh, God.
Hey, babe, come on, Tubuloso. Yeah. So the bodies are flown from Philadelphia to DC, and Scully and Mulder are called in to investigate these bodies as they died under paranormal circumstances. They've been ordered by Blevins directly. So I was thinking, it fucking suits Blevins to use Mulder's expertise in the paranormal and supernatural whenever it suits him, whenever he can use it. But yeah, otherwise he's trying to shut everything down. I thought, you prick, Blevins. He's not even in this episode, he's annoying me.
Yeah, what an abuse of power.
Yeah, so they're in the morgue, and the assholes that are running this investigation are very annoying because they're not giving any answers to Mulder and Scully, and like any time that they ask a question, the dude just stares back at them silently, just like, He just doesn't say anything. I was getting so annoyed.
He's just no selling everything that Mulder says, and Mulder's getting really annoyed with it. He's like, the guy's just like, he stares straight back at it.
Like, Mulder's like, so you know, because you can tell Mulder's going to give him some answers, but he's like, well, I just need a bit of context. Where did you find this? And the guy's just like,
yeah.
fucking, oh god, it's really annoying. So they're either CIA or Homeland Security or some such agency. And Mulder says, it doesn't matter who they are to Scully. He says the outcome's the same. They're just going to obstruct things and blah, blah, blah. So the bodies of the muggers are still warm, even though they're dead, and their throats have been crushed from the inside. And these two gonks ask Mulder if he's ever come across anything like it in the past. And he's like, nah, never.
I swear.
I swear, honestly, I've never seen anything like this. Scully instantly knows Mulder is lying, and Mulder just says it's an example of psychokinesis, the same kind of shit that happens in Carrie. So, yeah.
Well, this is another good example of their relationship building and just showing that, like, she knows straight away, even though she doesn't know as a fact, she can just tell when Mulder's being untruthful, and she's just like, she knows him so well at this point. We're only 6 episodes in. So yeah, I love this. These small little bits of character building and relationship building, I fucking love it. It's great.
Yeah, definitely really liked it. What happens next? Okay, yeah. So as they were leaving, Mulder decides to perform his own investigation because he's Mulder, and he cleverly got the fingerprints from one of the corpses on his glasses and uses it to identify him by tracing the prints of one of the dead guys to he's like an extremist criminal from Philadelphia. Are they like part of a jihadist group? Is that what it is? I think that's what they are, aren't they, these two?
Something like that. Yeah. One of them was slightly too cool, I think, to be an extremist group. Yeah. He had a sick mullet and a nice little moustache. I think it was good. Do you know what? He wouldn't look out of place now, because that's what everyone looks like these days.
Yeah. My brother. My brother, the jihadist. Yeah, so Mulder checks the ATM camera from earlier, and he finds footage of Lauren being attacked, and Mulder also notices an imperfection on the CCTV footage. But he surprisingly doesn't instantly jump to the conclusion that it's a ghost. I was expecting him to say, look, Scully, it's video evidence of a ghost, and she's just...
Well, now you mention it, she's like more curious about this than he is, I think, at this point.
Yeah, he doesn't... She thinks that it's an accomplice, like it's a living person. Because she doubts that Lauren could fight off the two men by herself, so she thinks there's a second person.
Yeah, which makes sense from her logic brain, you know?
Yeah, so Lauren returns to work after her attack, and she wants to speak to her other boss, Mr. Dortland, about giving in a notice. Mr. Dortland. This guy's a gonk.
Oh, this guy's fucking awful. Another great example of terrible men in X-Files.
Yeah, because he gives her the whole, like, we don't want you to leave. We're a family at this company kind of crap. Yeah. And I was like, that's gross enough. But then he gets all up in her face. He tries to like grab her around the throat, like, and threaten her. But before he can even do it, like, this supernatural force just pulls him away. So that's like wanking his arm up and down. It's like, yeah, Mulder and Scully visit Lauren and show her the mug shots of her attackers, which she denies having ever seen. So they confront her with the ATM CCTV footage, and she explains that they robbed her. And she just didn't want to report it.
Yeah, quite believable.
Yeah, I mean that happened. I mean, how many attacks on women must there be that just never get reported? Probably at least as many that do get reported, a minimum.
And they also ask her about the blurry part of the image, which I got to be honest, to me, if I looked at that, I would just think it's a light. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's like an imperfection in the image.
Like a lens flare or a light or something like that. And then she's like, well, who do you think this is? It's like, Scully, that doesn't look like anything. It's not even like clear. If anything, it looks like the front cover of the album Vulgar Display of Power with a man getting punched in the face. Because it's just like... It gave me a giggle, but
yeah, it's like that thing, isn't it? Remember that old meme that was going around? Police have asked for help identifying this man caught on CCTV, and it's literally just like this blur of nothing. And some of the responses were fucking so funny. Yeah. So Mulder and Scully drive away from Lauren's house after this interview. I say they drive away. They get into the car, which locks itself and drives itself down the road in reverse, smashing into another driver. So it's about as safe as like a Tesla on auto drive. Okay. We get a quick look at the car that they crash into. And I thought it was the CIA guy from the morgue.
Yeah, I can see why you think that.
But it's not him, is it?
No, it's just a random dude. But
yeah,
he did look a bit like him.
I thought they were going to crash into him, and that's going to be a whole plot point. He's going to be like, Mulder!
Mulder! Flintstone!
So Mulder speculates that it was a poltergeist that moved the car, while Scully believes...
Wait a minute. I just shouted, Flintstone! I meant to say Wilbur. Fucking hell, Christ almighty.
I thought you were doing an impression of his boss.
That's what I was thinking, but does that even happen? I don't think it does.
Don't even get me with these Mandela effects on the Flintstones. So Mulder speculates that it was a poltergeist that moved the car, while Scully believes that their car was tampered with and that Lauren has an accomplice. Yes. The mysterious blur from the CCTV footage is going around tampering with the car, according to Scully.
Yeah. The mysterious
cloud of white light.
Mysterious, blurry mechanic going around fucking with people's cars.
She's very adamant though. She's got a fucking bit between her teeth with this one.
Yeah.
She's like, it's definitely an accomplice, and I know who it is. Well, she knows who it is a bit later on.
She thinks she knows.
Yeah. Well, this is where she finds out, because they tail Lauren to her work, and this puts them on the trail of Howard Graves, her former boss, who killed himself. Quotation marks. So they visit Graves' grave, and they discover that he has a daughter who drowned in a swimming pool when she was 3, which is implied to be the reason he took a father-like relationship with Lauren. She's like a daughter to him.
I couldn't make that connection. I don't know whether I was, not paying attention enough.
They say she would have been the same age that Lauren is now.
Yes,
if she'd have lived, she was 3.
So it's just like a character kind of plot thing to make it so that he's got this connection with her because she'd be the same. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. So just to interrupt a second. So there's a scene where she's sitting at home and her cat does 2 really loud meows. Yeah. And it freaked out my cat,
right?
And I think I got distracted, so I was playing with my cat a little bit as well. There's also another meow as well later on that my cat reacted to. So there you go. There's a bit of cat news from me.
So they have surveillance photos of Lauren's house, and when they enhance one photo, it's one of those like, computer, enhance this image. Those things just doesn't work in real life.
I love it.
Computer, enhance this image. They see Howard Graves standing behind Lauren in her bedroom, and this confirms to Scully that he faked his death, and it also confirms to Mulder that he is a ghost. So they're both like, look, see, I told you I was right. And they're like, what do you mean you're right? I'm the one that's right. Look, he's like, no, he's alive, look. And they say, no, he's a ghost. Look. These dickheads.
Was it just me, or was that image of him the enhanced image?
Yeah.
Was it the exact same photo from that newspaper that she found?
Oh, it could be,
because he was just like this, like staring straight at them, just like like that. It's the same picture, I swear.
It's definitely like photoshopped in. They didn't get the actor to stand by it.
Oh God, no, not at all. It's way too big. It's completely out of proportion. It's like there's a window frame, but he's like that big, and she's like that big, and he's staring straight at them like that.
I wonder if that's actually an actor or they just got some random photo, because the character doesn't appear at all, apart from that photo. Otherwise, he's just represented as a ghost.
Maybe he was one of the production workers or something.
It could be like a yearbook photo or a production, but not a yearbook photo, but something. Yeah, anyway, so Scully is now adamant that Graves faked his death, and Mulder says it's impossible, as only one person in the world has ever successfully faked their own death. And he does this very, very awkward impression of Elvis.
I loved it, right? Because I was sitting there and I was watching, and when he said there's only one man who's successfully faked his own death, I shouted out and I did the Leonardo DiCaprio point at the screen. I was like, DB Cooper. Like, that was my guess. And then he was like, Elvis. And I was like, I laughed, and then I had to rewind it just to check that actually happened.
He looked like Nicolas Cage saying the word Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah. So to prove that Graves is still alive, Scully decides to track down the organs that he donated upon his death. They do find them, and they find skin samples, because all his organs have gone to save other people's lives. But they do find
6 other people.
They do find skin samples or some piece of tissue or something, which they DNA test. And it does confirm that Graves was the body found in the tub and was cremated, which absolutely baffles Scully because she's just got no idea what's going on now. She's like, oh, well, okay. But he's definitely still not a ghost, Mulder.
Yeah, because ghosts ain't real.
Lauren has a leaving party and she sneaks into Graves' office. Is she looking for the evidence? Because she knows there's some sort of crime going on and I think she's going for the evidence, I think.
Yeah, she's like her own leaving party, which she does the old Irish exit from. And she like sneaks into... No, does she go to her office or something and he just confronts her and gives her the old...
Yeah, he goes for her. He threatens her. He says, I know Graves told you something and I had Graves killed and if I made it look like a suicide and if you tell anyone, I'll make it look like a suicide for you. And she's like, shit. She phones Mulder. She's like, I'm in danger. Please come to mine. Save my life. And she's fucking, well, I was going to say she's lucky, but Mulder doesn't save her because...
Mulder doesn't need to fucking save her.
He doesn't, does he? She's got some fucking protection of her own. So these two assassins arrive at a house to finish her off, but she's like about to let them in because she's quite naive. I think she thinks that it's Mulder.
She thinks it's Mulder and Scully, doesn't she? But do you know how you know that they're bad guys?
Because they've got leather jackets.
They've got leather jackets.
Yeah. So this man and this woman arrive wearing leather jackets and frowns on their face, and they try and break in. But this, the poltergeist of Howard Graves starts saving Lauren's life. It's it like locks the door, and then it pushes a chair up the door, and when they eventually break in, it just it Darth Vader chokes the female assassin up against the wall, and she's like, and it strangles her to death. The best bit is the bit where there's these invisible punches hitting the male assassin, like, and he's just like, his head's going like, I thought, yeah, fucking dig him, fucking do it.
You can just imagine the old-timey ghost just like, put him
just this pair of floating boxing gloves just going around the house. Oh, that would have been quality.
Just before the ghost attacks them, though, the guy's like, I'll run the bathtub. It's like, so these are the exact same people going to do the exact same.
Oh, yeah. So these are the guys that actually killed Howard. Yeah. Oh, I've skipped over the scene where she wakes up in the middle of the night and she sees the bathtub draining. I've missed that bit, actually. Yeah. Which was quite a scary scene for this. Quite a scary bit.
Yeah. Do you know what? Right. So this made me think. I love a story, and I probably mentioned this before in one of our older episodes. I love a story with a person who is kind of being haunted or cursed by something and no one else has any other understanding or any clue and no one believes them. So I wish they'd have gone more into this in this episode. Maybe started it like this instead of her getting attacked and then the attacker's dying.
Yeah.
Just starting with this woman who is just fucking cursed by something and no one believes her and she's at peril. Like It Follows or Candyman, Terminator, to some degree. Smile.
I got a good, Smile, but I got a good one. Is the 2020 Invisible Man film as well? That's another one because nobody believes her in that.
That is, oh god, that's like my biggest fear. No one believing them being completely isolated by that fear. So I wish they'd have played into it a little bit. Yeah. I wish they'd have done that a little bit more, maybe. But that's just what I like. So that's it.
Oh yeah, I could have seen that. I would have enjoyed that. Yeah. So this poltergeist strings up the male assassin and kills him by strangling him. It looks like he's hanging from a noose, basically. And Mulder is the only one to see this supernatural phenomena. He runs in, kicks the door down, runs in, sees this guy floating in midair, and Scully arrives 5 seconds too late. Literally, the body drops down to the floor, and Scully walks in the door, and she's like, "What?" And Mulder's like, "Oh, didn't you see that?"
I know. Just before this happens, when they pull up to the house, Mulder's pretty slow at getting out anyway, but he's like, engine off, turn the radio off, seatbelt off, and then he runs into the house. But as he runs in, Scully's still like that, fucking with her seatbelt or doing something, getting her lipstick out, whatever. And because I didn't remember the next bit of her not seeing it, I wondered why she was delayed, and then obviously it's revealed about 5 seconds later that's why. So yeah.
They take Lauren into custody, question her for a bit, and those Homeland Security jerks from the start turn up, pull Mulder and Scully in, and reveal that there's widespread corruption in Dortland's company. They may have sold secrets to the two guys from the start from that jihadist group, which were used to bomb a Navy vessel, I think, is the reason they've been so cagey about it. But yeah, you think they'd tell the FBI about that, wouldn't they, if they were after some assistance?
Not in this universe. Everyone's so territorial.
Oh yeah, and everyone especially hates Mulder.
Yeah, that's true. That actually, like, so like I did when it explained all that, I got a bit bored and didn't make the connection. But now you mention it, it is said earlier, why would these two guys rob a woman for $40? You know,
yeah.
And then now you've said that, I made the connection. So yeah. Okay, cool.
This is the second time Dortland has sent somebody. That was the first time Dortland sent somebody to kill her, and the second time was the one we've just talked about previously. So Homeland Security organises a raid on Dortland's company, but they don't find any evidence because there's nothing there, and they're about to call it a day. But Lauren gets into a fight with Mr. Dortland, and he's like, "You stupid bitch!" And they start like really going for each other. I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
she tries to stab him. She's got like is it a letter opener or something like that? And she goes for him with it in front of fucking Mulder, and she like
Mulder's like, "Just leave it, mate. Just leave it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it." She's like, "Hold me back. Hold me back."
No, she's not like, "Hold me back." She's fucking going for him.
Yeah, I
know. During this, Graves' ghost intervenes and then uses the letter opener / knife to threaten Dortland with. But he turns around, the knife turns around and points to the wall, flies into the wall, and cuts a bit of wallpaper off. And then we find this floppy disk behind the wallpaper with all the evidence on to convict Mr. Dortland.
Just as Scully arrives to miss everything. Like, the room it's like a fucking tornado inside that room. The papers are going everywhere, lights are smashing. The guy's like choking up against the wall. There's the pen, like fucking the letter opener flying across the room. Unveils the secret, and then Scully walks in just like this, like, what the fuck's happening here?
There's fucking papers all over the floor. It's like, Mulder, what were you doing in here?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Mulder's like, you won't fucking believe what's just happened in here.
And she's like, I know, I won't believe what you're going to say, Mulder.
There must be a logical explanation for this.
You got to wonder how much data that floppy disk can actually hold, though, because like, and why was he keeping it in his office? I mean, why was he keeping it anyway? Do you know what I mean? It's very plot convenient, isn't it? Yeah. Pretty much the end of the episode. It's quite a happy ending. The bad guys go to jail. Mulder and Scully drive off into the night talking about the Liberty Bell, and that's off they go.
And Mulder, I think it's Mulder who says he's like the ghost of Howard Graves, and I was like, that would be a good like murder ballad. I might make that. I might get my guitar out and make that a song.
That would be pretty good, actually.
The ghost of Howard Graves. I'm gonna fucking do it.
So we get an epilogue to Lauren's story as she is at her new job in Nebraska, getting a telling off from her new boss. Who I think this woman, this new boss now that gives her a telling off, is it the same woman who was her old boss giving her a telling off in the previous job?
She looked like her, didn't she?
Like,
and she
almost exactly the same.
Yeah, the exact same attitude and everything. A stinking attitude. She's like, I told you to bring this 25 minutes ago. It's like, give her a fucking break. Like,
maybe she just started. She went for a poo. Yeah. I mean, I only shit on company time, so I'm sure many people do.
Yeah.
So yeah, the entire building starts to shake when Lauren's getting her telling off, and like, it's almost like it's a tremor. So it implies that the overprotective ghost of Howard Graves has followed her across the country and will be haunting her for the rest of her life. So good luck getting into a relationship, Lauren.
Oh, but it wasn't the ghost, was it? It was... Every time a truck goes past, it makes the room shake. We need a new office.
I think they kind of leave it open-ended, I think.
Yeah, I kind of think he's crossed over at this point. Now that the bad guy's gone away, they probably figured out that it was murder. It's like Ghost. He's crossed over. You know,
he's got his time. Gone over, walking into heaven. We just didn't see it from his point of view.
Yeah, because they'd have had to hire an actor to do that instead of just finding an old newspaper clip of some old guy. Like they have done twice.
Well, what did you think of this one then?
So I'm not a fan of ghosts at all. Not to say that there's like not good ghost kind of films and TV shows, like, you know, there are, but it's not high up on my list. So I would put my own little spin on it in my head and say it's not a ghost. He's just his energy is living in a parallel dimension where he is still capable of doing things until he crosses to the next dimension. That kind of thing, like more sci-fi than ghosty, you know. But my least favourite like horror or sci-fi aspects are ghosts and demons, like religious kind of horror. I fucking don't like it. It just doesn't do anything for me. But it was an okay episode. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I think the main actress was really good. I think she stole the show.
She did, actually. Yeah, she did.
Yeah. What did you think, Dan?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid episode, pretty solid story. I'm sort of like you, yeah, ghosts really don't do that much for me, but like I enjoyed the fact that most of this was like, you could see what the ghost was doing, the poltergeist effects on the real world. And it was all part of the plot, you know, it was only doing stuff when like, you know, it was saving her life. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it. But the lead actress, she was very good. There wasn't much Mulder and Scully in this one. It wasn't really character for them too. They just seemed to be quite surplus to the plot. You could have told this without them. They seemed like they were sort of added into this one. I definitely enjoyed it more than Jersey Devil.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more. I think it was a better story, a bit darker and all that. Yeah. I do think Mulder was very, very funny in Jersey Devil. So.
He was very funny.
But as you said, it wasn't like driven through Mulder and Scully. The story and plot wasn't driven because of them. They were just sort of like added on. Maybe it was I don't know, but maybe it was it was an already written pre-existing story that someone had written for something else, and then they just added them into it. I don't know. But
I could see this. I could see this being a film without Mulder and Scully and just some sort of bad numbers ghost story.
They could have got Patrick Swayze for the man who dies, Demi Moore for the woman. During so I was watching this on All 4, which is the absolute fucking worst because you have to hear about 16 Domino's adverts.
Just get an ad blocker, dude. Just get an ad blocker.
No, it's on TV. It's on fucking TV.
Yeah, go get an ad blocker and hook your laptop up to the TV. That's what I do, and it's
the
internet. It's amazing. It's better than watching all them Domino's ads.
Yeah, anything's better than those because I'm never eating Domino's again because if I have to hear that fucking jingle. Anyway, my point was, right, so during the 4-minute long fucking adverts on it, I went on IMDb and looked up the main actress because she looked so familiar. I thought she was, Jordan from Scrubs, Dr. Cox's wife. Thought it could have been
her.
Yes. She looked very similar. So anyway, I looked at what she's been in. She's been in quite a few things, but she was in something called Dark Skies. Did you ever remember that?
Oh, yes.
So that reminded me of that, and I was like, hell yeah, I need to watch that shit. So I'm gonna watch that as soon as possible. And that also reminded me of a TV show that I saw dead late on Channel 4 when I used to work nights, and it's called Invasion, and that's about...
I don't know that one.
Check it out. It's got a very X-Files feel to it, so I need to rewatch that while I'm very much in the mood for this kind of thing. So I just thought I'd drop those two in, just in case you ever fancy talking about them, you know what I mean?
I could definitely watch Dark Skies, yeah.
Yeah, sweet. There's only like 19 episodes as well.
Yeah, so, have you got any trivia for us about this episode?
Oh, well, you never believe what, Daniel? I do. If I'd have planned that better, I'd have done a better Scottish accent. When Mulder and Scully are in the library, if you look at the newspaper report above the story of Howard Graves' suicide, there is an article about a killer who extracts his victims' livers and escapes from impossible locations. Yep. This episode largely came about because executive producers Glenn Morgan and James Wong were under pressure from the Fox executives to have Mulder and Scully investigate what they considered to be a more traditional paranormal case involving ghosts, as opposed to liver-eating mutants or extraterrestrials. Morgan and Wong essentially wrote the episode to get the executives off their back. 4 industrial fans generated winds of up to 100 miles per hour were used to create the climactic office hurricane. The scene was filmed late at night, and the noise generated by the fans was so loud that an infuriated neighbour started complaining about it. God, get a grip.
I'll be fair to that final scene. That final scene looks really good with all that shit flying all over the place. Looks really good. Yeah.
And it's it's not used computer. It's not used CG to do it. Obviously, CG was a bit more sparse back then, but yeah, it's cool. The house where Lauren Kite lives is the same filming location as the house of the investigating officer of the Powhatan Mill murders in Squeeze. The yellow and flower prairie style windows are the indicator. So that's cool.
I didn't swing to that one.
Nah, neither did I. And I'll give you one more because there aren't that many for this. Like, this episode was partly inspired by the horror film The Entity from 1982. The film starred Barbara Hershey, who later played Erica Price in season 11.
Thank you for that trivia, Paul.
No problem. It's probably the weakest trivia so far, I'd say, of any episode. But
I mean, overall, it's quite a weak episode.
Yeah, it's a good filler episode, I'd say.
It's not very memorable. I'm going to forget about this. You know what I mean? It's going to be like definitely in the bottom half of the X-Files episode. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad because like the acting's really good. I think the writing was fine. I don't know. I just probably preference if someone else is like a really big ghost or poltergeist kind of guy or woman or person, then this might be for them, but for me, I prefer aliens and more weird shit rather than just, it was a ghost.
Have you got a spooky story for us this week?
I have got two. One of which is something that just happened to me earlier on. I haven't got my car today, so I had to walk to the shop. And to get there, I've got to go through the park. You know the park. It's quite a big park. Probably not any bears or anything in it, but foxes maybe. So on my way, and also you've seen where I live. Do you know the alleyway just down there that leads to the park? You can go down that way to get to it.
I know it, yeah.
So just over there is an alleyway and there are houses opposite. It's not like an isolated area until you go a bit further around the corner. It's like quite a dark little alley. So I was walking to the shop and I was just looking on the side because there's this like bit of litter that we always used to look at every time we went past and go, no one's moved it yet. Anyway, so I went to look at that and I found what I think might be a fox's leg.
Jesus. Yeah. That does look like a severed fox's leg.
Yeah, I thought it was a tail at first, but it's not even that big. Like,
yeah, that's
not in the middle of nowhere. That's just off the main path, which is just like where cars drive and stuff. And what the fuck has done that to a fox?
There's no hunting going on around there.
No, there can't be. No.
Not in our town. There's no posh people in our town.
Well, I walked past it on the way, and it made me feel really sad. I fucking love foxes as well. And
same.
I didn't take a photo, but on the way back, I thought I have to document this.
Poor thing.
Like what has? Yeah, I know it's very sad. But what has done that to a fox? That's fucking weird. Don't you think? So that's one real life spooky story that's just happened today. But on the positive side, I did talk to a pigeon earlier while I was on the way to the shop.
Did the pigeon tell you this spooky story?
No. But it was just cooing and stuff, so I can do a pigeon noise and I can kind of call pigeons to me and stuff. So do you want to hear it? You ready?
Go on then.
Yeah, so they actually respond to it. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Here is the spooky story of the week. I'm not sure if I believe I was abducted, but I don't know how to explain what actually happened. I was out at night in the outer city, having a few drinks at a bar, watching my friend's band play. It was their first live show, and I went along by myself to give a bit of support. After the set, and after a while of post-set drinking, I decided that I'd head out and catch a train home, as the station was about a 5-minute walk away. I remember stepping out of the pub holding my jacket. The street was reasonably busy, but not crowded, and it was a nice night. But I was feeling a little cold, so I stopped and I pulled my jacket on. The instant I looked up after pulling my zip, everything just changed. I was suddenly standing in the middle of an open grass park in the absolute pouring rain about 25 miles from where I was outside that pub. I'm not sure how much time had passed because my phone was completely dead and I didn't manage to get home for a long time. I ended up having to walk for a while to find the nearest main road and wave down an empty taxi, which was a bit of a miracle, look-wise. I still had all my possessions, no money used or taken, and felt completely fine. I still don't know what happened. This happened around 5 years ago, and that story was from 8 years ago, so it's 13 years ago. And that is the story of the week. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I'm inclined to just make a joke about the fact that he's just left the pub and he's pissed and he's woke up 25 miles away. But yeah, I mean, I've woke up in some places I didn't realise where I was. Yeah, so I'm inclined to believe that one. Yeah,
25 miles away though, in a field in the pouring rain.
Yeah. If he's been out for a night out, then yeah. I'm inclined to believe the story. I'm not entirely sure there's anything paranormal about it, but yeah.
I don't know. I found it on a Reddit thread, very, very low down, with almost no other comments, and yeah, I don't know. These little stories, little ones. I tend to sort of, I don't know. Fucking hell. I was going to say the line then. I've never experienced anything overly paranormal. I've never experienced anything to do with aliens. I've seen weird shit in the sky, but I've never had. I would never claim to have been abducted or, anything like that. As much as I would probably enjoy it. But I think there's probably an explanation for it if it is true. However, I want to believe. Yeah, I'm proper rocking that catchphrase now. Yeah, I got my own catchphrase. I always wanted a catchphrase.
Yeah. Anyway. Right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Dark Talk Files. We'll see you next episode for episode 7, Ghost in the Machine, which I keep saying this every episode. I have no memory of this episode.
No, I actually don't have any memory of this one either.
I get it confused, actually, there's another episode later on where a rogue AI goes killing stuff. I think I do remember this one, actually. I think I do remember this one.
Maybe I'll dig up some simulation theory type stuff for that episode, yeah?
Yeah. Try and keep your spooky story related to the theme of the episode.
Yeah, all right, I will. Do you know what? That's a good idea. In future, I will. Yeah. So I should have done a ghost story for this one, really. But yeah.
Live and learn.
All right, cool.
Okay, right. I'm Dan. That's been Paul. This has been the Dark Talk Files. We'll see you again next episode. Goodbye and good night.
And remember to trust no one.